What?
Whoa, what the fuck do you mean, what you fucking mook? Talking to me like a fucking fanook. What? Again, there it is. You're asking me what, but I have no fucking idea what for. Okay, you're not asking, you're saying what? And that means Paisley shirts, DMT, ill-got-it records, Sam Zircon on the beat, let's go. With that gentleman's etiquette, Elliot fresh is the effing, it's forever effortless, getting respect, rapping knocks definite. My divine penmanship stays full like Pegasus, you'll never clip my wings to eat the fuck off or get with this. Ripping to row, hedges treasury is expected, still rocking ill-got-it records, check the credits. Piece of rhyme schemes, I'm glad you're back on the scene. I felt kinda lonely being the only battle MC. Now who you battling fresh, proper battling me. But all jokes aside, schemes, you must collab on the beat. I would've got you on this, but Sam Zircon turns me selfish. He's too fresh with the NPC and man, I can't help it. From the crackle of the wax that he samples to the crack in the snare, I compare sound to the masters, I marvel at. My heart's in that compliment, I meant that. I props to your son, Ollie, hope he slept last night. We're all off the paths, but it's up to you which one you follow. I put my trust in artists whose music is never hollow. That's anyone from word of mouth, livestock or edelweiss. I've been humbled by some of the sickest bitters to cradle mics. Cause in my life I've met a hell of a lot of MCs whose only reason for spitting is getting props on the scene. But my reason is deeper and don't involve gobbling semen. I put my soul in this music, truth is a rock on my freedom. Cause I'm the flow that Otis watched on the dock of the bay. Our music's the fluid that hip-hop's got in its veins. I put this law of impermanence, you ain't stopping us, mate. Because hip-hop would die if we're the food it's got on its plate. Kool Herc gave birth to hip-hop, he's a king of kings. Yeah, he can't afford his healthcare and Diddy's dipped in mink. That's like a father giving all he has to raise his son and humbly asking for nothing back, even though he needs a favour. Some might deem the son as being an ungrateful cunt. Once a father defends kids saying life's okay for some. You don't get to be without an A, so respect the architects with resounding praise. And goddamn Sam Zircon, this beat is a rapper's delight. Canvas for the message, I just spat on the mic. Some lays that critical beat down. You can't limit this fly shit, this beat's packing heat like it's criminal minded. Ain't no half-stepping boss, we're paid in full. We're providing the bricks and the builders that made the school, teaching kids how to bust a rhyme in their native tongue. Cold chilling in the playground, these kids pray for sun. Life's a bizarre ride, but it's better to try. Having one hell of a time before getting ready to die. Feels like I'm waiting in line for my moment of truth as I step in the arena making a home of this booth. I've got a license to ill, I'm hip-hop's James Bond. It's strictly business, getting cream, big props, Raekwon. After blazing the chronic and setting the mood, you can find me meditating in the temples of Boom. At the end of the day, all I know is that it takes a nation and millions to hold us back. Because you don't get to be without an A, so respect the architects with resounding praise. Yeah, peace. Man, peace to everyone listening to ill-got-it records. 2000 and whatever fucking year you heard it, bitch. Do DMT.
For the first time in my life, I find it hard for me to express myself.
It's hard to express a heart when the love is so pure. The loving hugs of my mother touch each of my thoughts. The strength of my father supports each path that I walk. When I hear my sister's laughter, I want to be part of its cause. That feeling of everlasting loving happiness is something I'm proud to have and have had since a kid. Looking up at mum and dad smiling while being tucked into bed. Raised by values that maybe show nothing but love and respect. Never stuck in their debt, I'll be a cunt to neglect. The fact that the love they gave me was free and it's something I've kept deep in my chest, deep in the flesh. It's ironic to say that freedom is possessed, but that feeling is best described by the zest for life that they used to make me. A product of true love and one of two of their babies. They gave me the smile that I'll give to others, meaning my freedom can be seen between the lips of lovers. Because they gave me that happiness, happiness, happiness. We gave each other happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever you are, you can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind you that we're never apart. Cause it's all about happiness, happiness, happiness. We gave each other happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever we are, we can stare at the stars stars and let the constellations remind us that we're never apart. Now when I say this, I don't want you to grip the wrong end of the stick, but the love my parents gave me made me a popular kid. Life is all about relations, some of which are good whilst others are bad. Some friendships and lovers I've kept while some I've just had, and now I think I've reached an age where I no longer have to seek out mates, because the bonds get stronger between the ones that seem to stay. What I mean to say is that I really do appreciate and love the mates that stuck by me through my weaker days. In fact, they're gonna go a bit deeper in order to release the piece of the puzzle that completes this particular feature of friendship between us. The piece that represents the struggles means that we've entered and seen each other's respective bubbles. It's those who've seen you at your weakest but remind you of your strengths that you will hold close to your soul, to your final breath. We're all part of each other wherever we are on this earth. I've got nothing but love for the fingerprints of this verse, because they gave me that happiness, happiness, happiness. We gave each other happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever you are, you can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind you that we're never apart. Cause it's all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Thanks for the happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever we are, we can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind us that we're never apart. Happiness and pleasure are two different feelings. One is a brief encounter, the other is everlasting. One leaves a feeling of discontent after it's past, the other never passes. The commercial way of life is all about speeding up pleasure. Happiness is about being content. So if you're continually seeking the highs of pleasure during the down times, can you be content? Or to put it another way, is our present commercial way of life ever going to provide humanity with contentment? I believe that it will not, because the day that that happens will be the day those companies made no capital profit. This poses the question, what is the commercial way of life's purpose? The answer of which is nothing to do with our own purpose, and our purpose is about love and happiness. You can't sell love and happiness, but you can appear to. True contentment can be achieved but can never be sold. Meditate. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever we are, we can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind us that we're never apart. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever we are, we can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind us that we're never apart. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever we are, we can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind us that we're never apart. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Life is all about happiness, happiness, happiness. Wherever we are, we can stare at the stars and let the constellations remind us that we're never apart.